Hey everybody, it's Cheryl Lawson. Welcome to Social Media Tulsa this week. So it's a little late. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to go ahead and record one of these and not wait until after the Cowboy game tomorrow because I may or may not be in a good mood. So here we go. So what happened in social media Tulsa? Let's talk about Tulsa first. So a lot of stuff was going on this weekend here in Tulsa. So we had the Tulsa Run. And for those of you who ran in the Tulsa Run, congratulations. What was did you do your personal best? I mean, I really want to know how you did because there were tons of people downtown and it was really great to see some of the pictures and to see a lot of the hashtag being used over the weekend. One of the interesting things that I was asked to do kind of late in the process, I got an email from our friends over at the Salvation Army asking if we would share some tweets from AAA Oklahoma. And they wanted to kind of get in a hashtag, and it was really great because they were donating $5 for every time somebody mentioned a specific hashtag. And here, I'll show that to you, what that was. Let's see if we can get a little sharing going on. Here we go. So this was one of the tweets. So it was if you tweeted the Love My AAA hashtag and you had to mention AAA Oklahoma, they would donate $5 to the Salvation Army, which I thought was really great. We got it late, so I don't know how much promotion they did other than what we sent out, but we got a few retweets, which was really great. And hopefully we had some people retweet and they'll get a bunch of money. I really wanted to do something like this for Tweet for Toys and have wanted to do this forever with Tweet for Toys. And so I'm really glad to see that somebody is actually trying to do this. The only thing I think personally that I would change is I wouldn't require people to use the hashtag and then also mention the ad account, right? So it just kind of takes up the 140 characters, but I think that's great. The other thing I think I might recommend, and this is just me, I would probably recommend that instead of using a new hashtag that people aren't used to using, and I know you don't want to use the events hashtag because gazillion people, you'd be out of business with people tweeting the Tulsa Run hashtag, but maybe create something that people can share, why I run, or AAA run, or something that would be associated with the actual race. That's just my opinion, but I thought it was great, and hopefully the Salvation Army got a lot of money from that, and hopefully we'll be able to do something similar for Tweet for Toys. And even if we don't get somebody who contributes $5, we're gonna do our toy drive again this year. The other thing that was happening this weekend was Mutt Tober Fest. You heard me, Mutt Tober Fest. And that was Tulsa Humane Society. And we had celebrity in town. Oh, there was one of the tweets from the AAA, which I thought was, oops, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let me go back. There it is. You got to click on the time, Cheryl. So I thought that was really cool. Ninja Turtle. But so that was good. So a few people tweeted, and I really appreciate that. That was awesome. But anyway, I'll go back to Oktoberfest and Miranda Lambert. For those of you who haven't been following the @TulsaPets Twitter or the Humane Society on Facebook, know that Miranda Lambert has started Mutt Nation, a new animal rescue, and in the meantime, while they're building their facility, they've partnered with the Humane Society of Tulsa to get some of the dogs rescued that some of the dogs adopted that they've rescued over a while. And Miranda was in town, and she tweeted this wonderful picture with her and some dogs. And from what I could tell from the tweets and the information from the folks at Tulsa Pets, it was a really great event. So congratulations to Humane Society of Tulsa and all of those great pets who found their forever homes today. All right, what else? Oh, well, I'll just stay here for a second with what's new, because there was something new further down here that I wanted to mention. Hey, Cherry Street Farmers Market, love that tweet about them being closed during the Tulsa run. If you're a business and you're going to not have your regular hours, it's great to let people know that you're going to not be available. So I love that tweet that they weren't going to be at 15th Street, but people could always go over to the farmers market on Brookside. So that was really great. But the thing I wanted to talk about was Hootsuite. So Hootsuite has a new dashboard, and let's see, do I have a Hootsuite window open? No, but I can do that real quick. And if you haven't looked at it here lately, it really is kind of interesting. You get to see the photos inside of your tabs now, which I think is really, really great. So thanks to all of my followers for not posting anything obscene in that one moment. All righty, let's see what else was happening in Tulsa. Oh, I always forget to do my lower third, maybe because it's 1 a.m., huh? But I'll do it now. And let's do that. This is who I am. And we'll do Party Aficionado. Hopefully I spelled that right. It's in Tulsa. And I always, when I do the lower thirds, I always like to turn on the mirror so that it looks like Cheryl Lawson, SMTULSA. Normally it shows it kind of backwards so that you see it correctly and I see it backwards, but I always like to do the mirror so that I'm not looking at everything going the opposite direction. So I know I spelled everything okay. It's particularly aficionado, A-F-I-C-I-O-N-A-D-O, for those of you who, like me, who misspell it a few times. Okay, so, let's talk about Inbox from Google. That's new and pretty awesome. So I got an invitation. So I don't know that I have any invites to give yet, but I will take a look at that. And if you want an invite, just comment on the video and I'll get as many of them out as I possibly can. But let's go screen share again. And let's look at Inbox. So I don't know, but so here's the great thing is that's my inbox. And if you can tell, there's only one thing in it. And it was this particular Hangout. So I can either look at the email or I can pin it so that I can save it for later or go back to it for later. I can schedule it, snooze it for some time in the future, or I can just mark it as done. And look at that. And so my inbox is empty. There's folders, just like if you were using those categories on Gmail. So you can just click here. So this is travel, purchases, finance, updates, promotions. If you're using Gmail, you'll know that promotion. And then any folders that you create. So these are all the folders that I have created, and now I can send some stuff over to them. But as soon as I go back, boom, nothing. If I've pinned anything, all I have to do is click here. I haven't pinned anything yet. And it is really great. I recommend it. Let's see. I don't see where I have any invites yet, but I will, I will look to see when I have invites, and I can get them to you. Just comment in the below this video or on Google Plus, or shoot me an email or a tweet if you are connected with me that way. Okay, so we'll do some Facebook stuff, although last week I was pretty Facebook heavy, so I'm not going to do too much. But one thing that Facebook did add was this interesting posting as down here. Remember, it would be kind of up here. It says, you're posting as Social Media Tulsa. Do you want to change it to Cheryl Lawson? So now they've moved that down in this space. So now I can choose who's posting to the page. And it also works for comments. So if I'm down here on this Mutt Toberfest post and I want to make a comment, instead of having to go back up to the top, change it to me, I can just tell right now who is making the comment, right? So, or who is even liking. So if I decide to like my own post or whatever, I can make that change there, which I thought was really an interesting update. My dog is snoring, so it's late. All right, what else? Is there, let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, so I did a really nice interview this week with a young guy who is transplant into Tulsa from the East Coast. Really nice guy. Tulsa food guy, Tyson Caldwell, introduced me to him via Facebook. And he's doing a documentary on the Tulsa area food truck trend. And I thought that was really interesting because, I love food trucks. And so it was really interesting to kind of talk to him. He wanted to know about kind of social media and food trucks, and what I thought food trucks should be doing social media wise, and what the future of that was. And I answered that question. And I also was able to talk about some of the early food truck experiences. I don't know if you guys remember the Grub Truck and the couple times they did soft openings over on in the Pearl District. And so I was able to take him to where that location was, and I even had some photos thanks to Google Plus and Auto Backup. I still had those photos. Oh, and Foursquare, because I checked in. And so I gave him those photos, and hopefully he'll have the documentary ready for us maybe by the conference. Of course I asked. So hopefully we'll have some of that to look at, or just have him come and talk to us about the process and why he decided to do a documentary about the Tulsa food truck scene. So it was really interesting. He interviewed the a few people in this was it city council? No, it wasn't city council. It was the licensing people. So the people who license the food truck, and it was trucks. It was really interesting how many licensed food trucks that there are now, and pending licenses. So look for it, and I don't want to spoil it if he's not ready to give the information out, but if he says it's okay, then I'll share a link to his information if you want to get in touch with him. But in that vein, I will be doing a Google Plus for food trucks meetup this coming Friday, rather, at the Forge. So head over to our meetup page and RSVP. It's free, but there's only so many seats because we're going to do it in the conference room. One of the local food trucks has been using Google Plus. I really like the fact that they're using Google Plus as part of their social media marketing. I think more of Tulsa food trucks should be using Twitter. I do see a lot on Facebook, but I would love to see more photos, love to see more videos, love to see more here's where we are right now, kind of Twitter activity, going to different locations and making it kind of fun and discoverable for people in Tulsa who might want to come and try their food. And, not just Wednesday and Tuesday and Thursday, but every day of the week. And I know, that's easier said than done. So, but it's interesting. So we're going to talk about what food trucks can do on Google Plus specifically, and then we'll also talk about Twitter and Facebook, and I'll talk about the lists and communities and things that you can get involved in that to get your word out using social. And of course, I'm going to talk about the most valuable asset that a food truck has, and I think you know what that is, but I'm gonna tell everybody on Friday. So if you want to come, please RSVP on the social media Tulsa meetup. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I got the Hootsuite. Boy, this was a really busy week in social media. Oh, we also are going to Sound Pony this week on Thursday. There's a group, Roxy Roca, at Roxy Roca. It's going to be at Sound Pony on Thursday, starting at 11 o'clock. And they sent me a message on Meetup, and I'm sure they probably sent a bunch of Meetup organizers, but I thought that was really interesting. A great way for bands to reach out when they're traveling to different cities is to reach out to Meetup group organizers and invite them to hear the performances. So we have that meetup. It starts at 11, so I know it's kind of late for those of you who have to get up and go to work the next morning. So if you don't make it, that's fine. But I thought, hey, you know, I like going out and hearing live music, and it looked like something I'd like. I think Danica's going to head over, and a couple other people, so they might stop by. So anyway, if you can hang out with us on Thursday, stop on by. If not, we'll see you maybe Friday at the food truck for Google Plus for food trucks meetup, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of those kinds of things, and so I can help you and more people can come and join the conversation. So I know I don't know it all, so but I know enough to help you. So come on down and let's talk about Google Plus. And of course, you know, if you don't have a food truck, we're going to talk about basic Google Plus stuff as well. So for your business, we'll talk about how to get it started, what works, how to find people that you can speak to, and what types of things to share. So I've been helping people individually if they send me messages, but I thought this was a great way to kind of help the people who are really interested in getting their Google Plus game up, stepping their game up on Google Plus. Alrighty? Okay, it's really late, and I appreciate you watching. Hopefully, if you were watching live, you get some rest this evening. I'm going to try as well. And how about them Cowboys tomorrow, Monday night? We'll see you. Thanks, everybody.